Hello, welcome back. Here I am again to go at it with another Dutch pour. So, yeah, I'm not giving up. I have made a couple of modifications. So my blow dryer, so this is the old attachment for my blow dryer, and you can see it's pretty honking huge, right? Like that's not going to narrow my flow of air down too much. So I've modified it a little bit with this other little guy that I've got, and it blows, like it blows, right? So it blows pretty good. So I've gotten a lot of tips. I posted my last video on the acrylic pouring for fun group, which is a fabulous group of people who are really super helpful and really gave me a whole bunch of tips. I know that my paint was way too thin in the last video, so I've gone back to my more like a light trace consistency. I'll show you when we get back up. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi and welcome back, and thank you for coming. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and let's pour paint. So one of the tips that I got was that I'm using my blow dryer wrong. That I'm using my blow dryer to kind of push when I should be using it to try to sweep instead. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move you. Are you way out of shot now? No, there you go. Okay. So I thought maybe a good way to practice that would be to maybe just pour a puddle of white in the middle and try and blow it out and see what happens. So this is again my Sargent titanium white paint, and as you can see, it's at kind of a light trace. It flows off really nicely. It leaves a mark for a second or two, and then it just kind of sinks right in. So I don't know, maybe I'm back to a little too thick. I don't know. I just don't know. But I mixed it according to, so it's 2 parts paint, 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part water is how this is mixed. And anyway, we're going to give it a go. We're going to pour it into a puddle here in the middle, and because there's, no time like the present, right? Let's just do it. All right, so there's a nice puddle, and let's see if we can get it to blow out. Well, okay. So we need more paint. But it's working. It's working. Yay. Okay, I am excited about this already because I think that was the trick, Gay. I think I was using my dryer the wrong way, and straightening that out and putting this new more tightened condenser here. That's hot. I might have to start holding my cold button here. It's not hot, but warm. Anyway, so let's puddle some paint. So, okay, so these paints that I'm using are just a random collection of paints. So I'm not super concerned about what the colors end up looking like. I'm more concerned with learning how to do the technique and how to get it to blow out the way it's supposed to. So, the ones that ended up being the right consistency. So this is kind of they're all just a mishmash of whatever. Most of them are deco art paints. A couple of them have some pigments in them. Yeah, and they're mixed with a variety of pouring mediums, but they are all approximately the same thickness. Well, not approximately. They're pretty much all the same thickness. They're just at that very light trace, right? So I did have some people tell me that my my base paint should be a little bit thicker. So it is a touch thicker. So I'm going to try this. I'm just going to do a puddle. And we'll just go from there. I've got some blue. And sorry, I'm blocking your shot, aren't I? I've got some green. I've got some silver. And we'll go in with a little bit of blue. Okay, so now I'm going to flood around it. So I've made sure I'm level. Like my house is not level, my table is not level. But I did my very best to get my little tray to be level before I started pouring on it. Okay, so let's try and blow that paint over. Someone said I should go low for that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So that worked. I'm super excited now. So here we go. Let's put it on high and blow this baby out. Look at that. Oh, dang it. I need a longer cord. But look at that. Even with those awful colors, it's beautiful. Let's torch it. So you've got some bubbles. And we've got some cells showing up. Ha ha ha, that was it. Those were my two problems, my paint consistency and the way that I was using my dryer. So using it in a sweeping motion instead of a pushing motion, that was the trick. And my dryer is definitely strong enough because you can see little splatters of paint all over here. I am going to tilt this a little bit because I can see I'm trying to go right over here. Or maybe this is where I now bring my little air blower in, right? And I just very carefully come in and just touch that corner a little and run it out and over a bit. And then here as well, right? Just a little. I don't want to mess with those cells, right? Will you look at that? Hot diggity dang. I'm super happy. Yay, now the colors are pretty not that great. That green by itself is not the best. The purple is pretty, the blue is kind of nice. Anyway, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up and you can see my very first successful Dutch pour. Da, 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 da. So here we are. And you can see I've got cells, I've got actual petals, I've got some cloudiness. I am super, super happy. So thank you to everybody who helped me figure this out. Awesome. Did you see that? That fabulous, fabulous, fabulous Dutch pour I did? Waha! So I'm pretty excited, and I want to make sure that it wasn't just a fluke. So a couple of things that I learned. One of them is that if I can't blow out my white paint, I don't have enough white paint, right? And I can blow it out on low. Oh, maybe not. See what I mean there? I've got a few spots here where I can't quite get it to blow over. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of my paint there. And have no fear, I have more white paint mixed as well. I'm just going to blow it over the edge. And so I hope you are having a beautiful, wonderful day. Mine just got a whole lot better because this is working. That makes me quite happy. Because I have been, if you've been following my channel, you know that I've been struggling with these Dutch pours for a while. At first, I didn't have a blow dryer that I could use, so then I got a little blower. And it worked fine. It did some really cool patterns, but it's not a Dutch blow or a Dutch pour. Dutch blow. Oh, I got some goop in there. I don't know what that came from. Probably that container. It's old and reused. I'm going to torch really quickly. Get rid of those bubbles. There's just a few. My paint's been sitting for several days since I've been able to get in here. Work has been crazy busy. Just a bunch of deadlines all coming up at the same time. And then I had a new client whose website is broken, or was broken. I spent most of today fixing that. Actually, the fixing part of it didn't take too long. The downloading and the backing up of her entire site before I did anything, that took a while. So here we go. I'm not going to use the same colors this time. I'm going to go with this blue. I don't know what color blue it is. This purple is a mixture of blues and pinks and reds and stuff. And then I'm just going to use the silver. And not very much of it. I'm going to leave the green out. And I'm going to flood with my white. Oops, not getting very close there. I do have more of this if I need it. Okay. And let's try it again. We'll go on low to blow it over, and then we'll switch to high and blow it out. I'm not getting any cells in this. Let's run a torch on it and see if we can't get some to pop up. Apparently, that's what you do. Oh yeah, there we go. Or maybe they came from that green the last time. That might still be that way back when. I mean, there's been several greens mixed into it. But, beautiful. Even without cells, it's quite stunning. And I am starting to get some cells pop up here and there. I do have a little goober here that I don't like, so let's kind of blow over that a little bit. Push that out just a touch. And I think I'm going to leave it alone. Like, again, that's just fabulous. Do I need to pop bubbles again? What do you think? Maybe one more time? Oh my gosh, I just want to go crazy and do these all night long now. I better go download some video. It looks like I've got 2 minutes left on my phone before my card is full. So I will see you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Look at that. That is 2, count them, 2 successful Dutch pours in one night. I am super, super excited about that. I'm going to clean up and let this drip for a while and clean up the edges and stuff. And thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Have a fantastic day and take care of you. Bye now.